but with society, it's like funny and it's gross and it's nuts. You can see the inventiveness and you're like, I can't believe somebody was like, I'm going to make somebody come out of their own butt. And I'm going to like work at building that piece.
Yeah.
And we're going to shoot that. And we're going to light that image. And we're going to put it on screen. Like, I just love that. I love that so much.
It was really there.
It was really there. That guy really came out of his own butt.
Welcome to the American Cinematheque podcast, the show where guests program the film festival of their lives. Joining us today is an actor of stage and screen. You've seen her in Orphan Black, She-Hulk, Destroyer, The Monkey, and the upcoming Apple TV show Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed. Programming the Tatiana Maslany Film Festival, it's Tatiana Maslany.
Hello.
Hello. So we're going to talk through your life at the movies.
Yeah.
But in order to understand who you are, we need to understand your relationship to popcorn and candy and what your movie theater rituals are.
Oh, man. I can have about one kernel of popcorn before I get a stomachache. So I'll usually siphon off my husband, who finishes the whole bag, before the movie starts.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be eating it while the movie's happening. Very particular.
Is that because he's afraid he's going to make noise around people? Or
I think he's just like locked in.
Yeah.
But for me, I love a coffee. It depends on the length of movie.
Mm-hmm.
If we know we're going to be watching like a 3-hour guy, we're going to have a coffee before. Have to be fed. And I'm not really a candy person at the movies, though I am in life.
So you're locked in. You just got your coffee and you're ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's to be fair, I have brought in like a piece of cake or like if there's like good ice cream or something. But I've partaken of the Egyptian chocolate bars that you guys have there.
Yeah, those are very delicious.
Yeah, they're very good.
Cake in a movie sounds... you're onto something there.
Yeah.
And is there any place you need to sit? Do you sit in the back, the front, the side? Is there you can go anywhere?
I'm good to be anywhere, really. We have specific seats though at the Egyptian that my husband really likes.
Okay.
They're like three. It's like 3 up on the right.
3 up, 3 from the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's close and it's on the aisle. They're
always different. I feel like the Egyptians, you want to get kind of close to the screen.
Yeah.
Some you can't. Like sometimes if I get too close in IMAX, doesn't work.
Oh, I watched, what was it? Nope. In IMAX from the second row. And so it was literally like I was making the film myself because I had to kind of choose what shot I was like, how I was framing, what I was seeing.
That's an adventure in its own.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you ever went to a movie theater or what you saw?
I mean, I would imagine it was probably like a Disney movie, but the one memory I have like vividly is seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze in theaters. And I remember the theater was like down in a basement in a mall.
Oh, wow.
And so it was already scary. And then
it was like you're going into the sewer.
You were Oh my God. You're so right. It was like a immersive film. It was probably right next to sewers, actually. But I can't remember, and I should have checked with my parents, but I can't remember if I made it through the movie or if I got too scared and had to leave.
Wow. Do you remember what the secret of the ooze was?
Girl, I could take you through the whole movie.
Yeah?
I can recite it start to finish. That one's like etched in my...
So your first experience that you remember is seeing green superheroes, and then you one day became one.
Right. Yes, that was actually like momentous. I'm like, I'm very close to being a turtle at this point.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what was, it was a feeling of, you were excited by the movie? They were in puppetry, Jim Henson puppetry at that point. What do you remember? Just fear?
I remember fear because Toka and Razor are really scary. They were the snapping turtle and the Wolverine? Was it a little, what was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a little creature of some kind, some hairy guy. But I was scared because they felt real.
Yeah.
They were real. And I would think I was probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
For me, a lot, and I feel like this kind of extends to my interest in film now. There's like a horror fascination, repulsion, and being drawn into something. So whether that's like images or things that feel like uncomfortable, or like even the length of time of a film, there's certain things that I get really excited by, even though they're kind of an assault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So there's like a weird
So
line
there was a
there.
spark there.
There was
fear, but it was it was something that you carried with you all the way, doing things like the monkey and things that are like horrific at the same,
Yeah.
but amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the earliest films that I did were horror films. Like one of the first movies I ever made was Ginger Snaps Unleashed. And I played, it was like my first character, my first time like building an actual character with like mannerisms and like voice and a whole different look. And I was like 17, so it was like the first kind of foray into that.
And Diary of the Dead, right?
Diary of the Dead, yeah, totally. Working with George Romero, which was like unbelievable to be in the presence of somebody who had such a legacy and carried himself with so much kindness, and sort of like like he makes these really, scary films, but is sort of like soft spoken. I just remember he had a cat that looked like it was half dead. It was like kind of a little zombie cat.
He started making movies for Mr. Rogers, so there is something
way.
very kind about George.
Oh my
Romero.
God.
And
That
he has
makes
an undead
sense.
cat.
Right, and an undead cat. But it makes sense that he has like a connection to like humanity in a way that is like not cynical and not like antagonistic. That it has like a lot of love for humans and for like the things that have destroyed society or whatever. Like,
The best.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to why we're here.
Yeah.
We're going to program the Tatiana Maslany Film Festival. Out of the most formative and your favorite movie-going experiences, the 8 showtimes are opening night, family matinee, midnight movie, secret screening, double feature, audience award, dream screening, and closing night. Nothing is locked in, so you can swap as we go.
Great.
There are no rules, so you can do anything you want. It's
Love
your
it.
film festival. Do you want to play anything on the board? Does Secret of the Ooze go up there? Is there anything that you immediately want to play on this board?
For family matinee, let's do it.
We're doing it?
We got to do it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2,
Secret of the
Ooze. the best of all three, in my humble opinion.
Oh, yeah. All right. We have one film program for your film festival, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. So let's go back to that time.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? Where did you start going to see movies?
I grew up in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. First film experiences were mostly in malls, or we would go to the drive-in, which was very exciting. And we had this like, it was at the time when you had to like take a radio, like a little speaker, and put it in the car and sort of leave a little bit of the window open for the cable to go through. Yeah, and it was like an event for us to go to the movies like that. I think my brother and I usually fell asleep by the second film, and the second film was usually the more
the
adult, boring. Who cares?
Wow. So you would go to, it's like a paid by the carload kind of thing, and you go in?
Yeah, you drive in, you park, and I just remember standing in line for hours for, a snack or whatever. And it was always a little spooky because it was getting dark, and like, it was just like, oh, whoa, we're at this thing.
Yeah, you can't watch it drive in during the day. It only exists at night.
No, exactly.
Do you remember anything that you would have seen then?
No, but I don't actually. I remember seeing like the Matrix Reloaded in my teens or early 20s with a friend. We went, was it Reloaded? It was the third one.
Yeah, the third one. I think it's Reloaded.
Yeah. And seeing that at the drive-in.
In Saskatchewan, is this cold? What is this? What is the feeling like when you're in a drive-in, you're watching it? What's it look
Well,
like?
it was summer because you could not do it in the winter. You would die. You'd die, and everyone's exhaust would be going into each other's windows. But it was like mosquitoes would get in. That was the one thing I remember because it was dead of summer, Mosquito City. We're like marshland and like prairie land, so.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of skeeters.
You get the elements. You're both inside and out.
Yeah, totally.
And I've never been to Saskatchewan. The only thing I know about Saskatchewan is in the Muppet movie. They sing, there's a line about Saskatchewan. They go the wrong way. But that's about all I know.
Yeah, it's always the wrong way.
So there's also the mall that you've gone to at this point, too. Can you paint the picture of what that was?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was the Cornwall Center. And it was like, and at the back, there was the movie theater. And you would go down. This was the escalators you would take down. into the sewers to watch the movies. And it was I loved going to movies, and we watched movies all the time at home as well. And I also remember there's a really special theater there that's the Regina Public Library Theater. Tiny little screen. It still exists today. My family and I we went to see The Elephant Man very recently, because I don't know that they'd seen it, but they screen a lot of really incredible independent films. And like back in the day when I was a kid, we'd go to like foreign films. My parents loved, my mom speaks various languages, so we were always going to see like a German film or a French film. And they also had like screenings of these things called the National Film Board, like cartoons, which were like short cartoons made in Canada. They were always like a little more adult than maybe we were even aware of, and they definitely like marked me.
Wow, so it was in a library. It was a special room that
it was like a screening, like a little theater.
Real theater. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, going to see all these foreign films, when you do Orphan Black and you play a bunch of different characters, was that formative? Going to hear all the different languages and voices?
Yeah, I think like even just the fact that my mom and dad like exposed us to those kinds of films. Obviously, those languages were also just around in the house, but I think like seeing storytelling from various different cultures is definitely formative for me. And like a lot of our early films or things that we watched were German, so that definitely like embedded that language in my brain. And
is there any that you remember?
It was like German Sesame Street. it was like,
no way.
Yeah, and it's a totally different ballgame.
Wow,
everybody's like
German
kind of the same, but like the puppets look a little scarier.
Oscars with a K.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like kind of meaner or something. Yeah.
Wow, German Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so you've been to many movie theaters all over the world. Do you have, what's the best city, do you think, for movie theaters? Or do you have a favorite or some favorites?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to, whenever I get to a city, especially if I'm working there, I'm like, what's the cool independent theater that is maybe a little bit off the beaten path, but is screening a bunch of cool stuff that I wouldn't see anywhere else. And I was just recently in New Orleans, and I went to this place called the Broad, or the Broad, I don't know how they pronounce it, but that had a really great indie movie. I saw like an incredible documentary there called Earth's Greatest Enemy that I wouldn't have seen anywhere else. And the Brattle in Boston was like a big, oh my God, is that ever an amazing theater?
Place.
Saw Evil Dead 2 there and saw like a bunch of noir. Did that thing which I'd never really done before, where I like went to one movie and then just folded into the next, and then I think saw 2 or 3 in one day.
Wow.
Noirs. And one was Crossfire, which was totally incredible.
Yeah. And do you have any idea? Like, so do you just go, oh, there's a noir playing, and just go check it out?
Yeah. I mean, like my husband's big into noir, and I'd never really had any interest in it before we got together, and I could sort of see what he was seeing in it and feel something different. And then things like Crossfire or like Rope, I don't know if that would be noir, but
noir-ish.
but that world of movies like kind of opened up to me in a way.
And you're in Destroyer, which is like the great neo-noir of our time. So
and I definitely like felt that when we were making that film. I was like, oh, this is like an echo back to a different time of filmmaking. I even felt that with like The Only Living Pickpocket in New York, sort of like a hearkening back to like a different era of filmmaking.
So this is interesting. So it's like, I love when people, not as a kid, but they discover a genre, or they start to get into it. So at that point, you started to enjoy noirs for the first time, and like it opens up a whole world that maybe you hadn't watched.
Yeah,
previously.
and I was also working on an AMC show that never saw the light of day, but it was set in like the 30s, and so there was something in also being like collecting kind of intel. You know what I mean? Like being like, oh, these are maybe the movies that somebody would have watched at this time, or the stories that were being told, or the way that people sort of behaved, even though there's like a certain mannered quality to those performances, but it said something about the society at the time.
Yeah. And they knew how to play to the camera to play these iconic roles.
Totally. Yeah.
Now, do you and your husband, is there a noir or one of these films that you remember seeing together? Or is there anything that's special that sticks out? You said that you...
Yeah. I mean, he It's Double Indemnity would be a noir.
It better be.
Yes, it better be. And he during COVID, when it was like very locked down, we were living in Toronto. It was like the dead of winter. His birthday is like the 28th of December. So it's like dead of winter in Toronto, which is tough. And like the one thing he was missing so much was seeing movies in the theater. That's like, I think, an experience that a lot of us were mourning at that time. And so my friend John Lang, who does post-production in Toronto, he owned the Royal Theatre, which is like a tiny little rep theater there. And I reached out to him and I was like, can we do a little sneaky surprise for Brendan? And so I rented the theater out, not telling Brendan. And I was like, we got to go get a Christmas tree. And he was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, we really gotta. So we like walked down the street and we were passing the Royal, and the Royal was like boarded up with all this like construction stuff. And I just went, Rah! And I opened the door and went in, and he was like, what? And followed me in. And there was a guy there. We were all masked up, obviously, but he was gonna like, he held out 3 different movies, like 3 of his favorite movies, and was like, which one do you want to watch?
Wow.
And so we watched Double Indemnity, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it, and it was incredible. It was like, you know, the 400th time he'd seen it, but it's
Stanwyck,
yeah,
it's unbelievable. And Edward G. Robinson, who I think he's maybe not the greatest actor ever, but there's no one better. He's I just love to watch him.
You just can't stop watching them. There's something about them.
Can't beat him. I don't know what he's doing, but I can't stop watching Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah, that's I love that idea. Yeah.
So is that something you want to play on the board? The magical.
That one's not one of mine.
That's not yours?
That one belongs to my husband.
Okay, so we're gonna no Double Indemnity.
No.
So would you remember a time, I mean, you started acting very young, right? Do you remember a time you first realized that people make movies?
I mean, yeah, because I because I was an actor at like 9. So I was like very quickly within the process of movie making, you know? But also before that, my parents had always like rented camcorders, and my brother and I would like make movies. And when my little brother was born, we like forced him to act in all of these movies. I would like draw performances out
immediately.
Of him.
You're like...
yeah. We're like, you're ours. You're our prop, and you're our actor. Get used to it. But yeah, so like early on, knew that films were made by people, and we're like, oh, we could do that.
When you saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, were you like, we can do better than that?
Better than that, my God. The third one, I mean, there's a whole Raphael storyline that's very heartwarming. So
we mentioned the Brattle in Boston.
Yeah.
You were in New Orleans, Toronto. Where's some other, you've been all over the place.
Yeah.
Where's some other great places?
Cinematheque in Vancouver. I saw, this would definitely be one for the board.
Okay.
I saw Celine and Julie go boating, which didn't know anything about it. That was definitely like let's grab a coffee, me and my best friend, before we went to that movie. And oh my God, that film like totally blew me away. It's I think I would do it with this in a double feature with Daisies.
Oh wow.
And learning a little bit more about Celine and Julie, realizing that Daisies was actually a reference for that filmmaker. It was just like unlike anything I'd ever seen. The elements of like movie or play within a movie, or like whatever that like universe that they kind of like tap into with the little candy that they take, and it brings these 2 women into this like mystery of like murder and stuff like that, and they're trying to like save a little girl. It's like very bonkers in a way that for me is like, that's totally how my brain works, and that's like my dream of being able to make a film.
I love that the double features also with a duo. Like this sounds like a best friend kind of double feature where you'd
go. And like women sort of like not conforming to what they're supposed to be doing, like sort of the mischief of both of those films. Daisy's being like kind of like hedonistic, sort of like excess, and just sort of like boredom leading people to total destruction. And both of them have this like buoyant femininity that to me is very hard to find taken seriously. Like hard to find taken as a subject that is worth exploring in a way that isn't like poppy. Like it's very artful and very deep and the femininity is like the point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of like beautiful, a beautiful notion.
And was there something to this moment where you didn't know what you were getting into that made it extra special? Like it was like the unveiling of something that now is on your personal film festival.
100%. Like I feel like for me, the movies that I knew nothing about, like I refuse to watch trailers. Like I don't have, I like watching them after to be like, how did somebody want us to see this film? But I don't like knowing anything about a movie. And that one was like very specifically knew zero about the movie. Also felt that with Daisy's. Under the Skin was kind of like the first time I watched a movie without knowing anything about it, and was like, and somehow with Zone of Interest didn't know anything about it either.
Yeah.
And so with me, with like Jonathan Glazer's movies, lives in the same one of those is going to go up too.
Yeah.
But that world of filmmaking is like my favorite thing on the planet.
Let's play the double feature now, which
Double
is
feature. Daisies and Celine and Julie Go Boating.
which order?
Let's start with Daisies.
All right.
Daisies is a little like treat before.
Let's do it. Okay, so now we got Daisies and Celine and Julie Go Boating on the double feature.
Yeah.
We just mentioned Jonathan Glazer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about seeing that film for the first time when you saw it? Because that is nothing can prepare you for that film.
Nothing. I saw it in London, but knew nothing about it. I'd seen the poster. That was it. I saw the poster as I was walking, again, down into the pits of the cinema. And I almost couldn't watch it. I was so disturbed, first off, like sonically, by the incredible, it's become like one of my favorite soundtracks. And Micah Levi, who made the music, makes all of like Jonathan Glazer's music since that film, and had sourced like all of these sounds in nature and stuff to sort of warp and create this incredible score. It's so spooky. It's so spooky that the first time I tried to listen to it after seeing the movie through the headphones, I was like, I can't actually, it like touches me on such a like deep level. But that movie, I remember like closing my eyes for so much of it just because I was like, I can't trust this. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know what I'm going to witness. And I felt the same with Zone of Interest in a totally different way.
Yeah.
But there's something about the nonlinear elements of his filmmaking, or like of that film specifically, like this dark world of Ooze.
Yeah.
Something here. But like that thing, when the way the sound cuts out down there, but you can hear this sort of crackling of almost as if they're under ice. It's just like, he's just one of the greatest.
Yeah, when
it's
those
so visceral.
two men see each other and they can't move, and there's that cracking sound.
Yes, you can hear the, and you're like, is their body, and one of their bodies does it, right? Like, and Scarlett Johansson in that movie, she's so astonishing. She's so believable, and I think a lot of it was real. Some of the interaction she was having with men in that van, and it's just like I go back to that movie constantly, just in terms of like dreamscape stuff, and like the potential for a film to like occupy so many different levels. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a dreamscape, but then they're using real people they're shooting her interact with. So it has a sense of staunch reality, and then they're in these black rooms that are just incredible.
Yeah, which is really what feels unpredictable about his filmmaking, is that you're not like, well, we're just in this sort of real, semi-real world, so we know we're not going to see anything outside of that realm. But it's like, no, he takes you into this whole other, visually, like, a completely different place.
Her performance is amazing. Can you talk about some other films that you went and saw where it inspired you as an actor, that you're like, this is, when you see it on the big screen, really affected you?
Yeah, I mean, There Will Be Blood was a big one for me. Just like the delight watching Daniel Day-Lewis in that movie, which I don't think is like necessarily the most common takeaway, but I find it so delightful. Like, he's so, similarly unpredictable. I love an unpredictable performance. I love an unpredictable performance that doesn't feel like it was bullying other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like bullying other actors
Yeah.
or bullying the crew. Like I think he's like so in that character, his voice, his body. I just remember watching him. There's a scene where he's walking away from the camera and he's walking through a field and his legs are bowed in this way that I'm like, that's a choice.
Yeah.
And that looks like my grandfather who worked for years building houses. Like it looks like a laborer's body. So just like that. And then the fact that he can make you laugh and cringe and look like he's so violent in his performance. It's just amazing.
And is it because he's also listening that makes it not bullying, that he's sharing
Totally.
it? Yeah.
Totally. It feels like he's trying to affect the other performer. It's not like he's like off screen sending like dead rats to people to like
Yeah, that's not a thing.
right. Like that's not a performance.
That's not a performance.
But you know, if it's on the screen and if it makes the other actor better and brings them alive, that's
If you're like, oh my God, I'm in the room with Abraham Lincoln.
100%.
That's a different thing.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
So do you remember where you saw that?
I saw that in Toronto at the what is it? It's in a mall. It's called the Varsity.
Oh, nice.
The Varsity. And it was in a smaller screening. It was one of those like VIP tinier screening. But like the audience was like, we were giggling, we were like gasping. It was just like a delight.
I like when a mall has its day. It's like, I'm going to show you an art film. I'm a mall, but I'm showing you art films.
Yeah, absolutely. That film and then A Woman Under the Influence was like, for me, and I the first time I saw it was at home and then have sought it out on any screen that'll show it to me.
Yeah.
Because I love watching that with an audience too, because it's similarly, there's an unpredictability to her performance in that and to Peter Falk and to the whole feeling of the film. That's just like, for me, that clued me into like, oh, this is the possibility for what performance can be. This is the limitlessness that it can reach and the playfulness and the gendered like, to me, I don't know what it is about her, but she does not feel like she's a woman on screen, even though the movie's A Woman Under the Influence. Like, she just feels like a creature.
Yeah.
She's just,
Powerhouse.
Yeah, totally.
So we got a couple films here to play.
Yeah.
We've got Jonathan Glazer. We've got There Will Be Blood, Woman Under the Influence, or any of these going up on the board.
Let's do Under the Skin for the midnight. Oh, but I don't know. Okay, wait. I don't know. I almost wanted to do opening night for opening night.
Ugh.
Because I love that film too.
Yeah. Well, you could double feature them on opening night if you want to do that.
Let's do opening night.
We'll come out all...
Yeah, we're all like just beat up. Let's do, just because it's Jenna. So let's do opening night for opening night.
Yeah.
And then we'll also do A Woman Under the Influence. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll make it a double
just
feature.
make it, I'm using a ball, you let us. And Under the Skin, let's put as the midnight movie, though there's another movie that
We can always change. You can put it up now, and if you change your mind later, we can...
oh my God, this is brutal, you guys. This is too hard.
That would be...
Picking your children.
That's a very midnight movie.
It
now.
is, yeah.
We'll play it on the board, and if you change your mind... All right, we're going to do that. We're going to do both.
What a way to start a film festival.
Are you ready?
This is where we're starting, guys.
Then you recover with
And then
Secret
the
of
next
You.
day.
A Woman Under the Influence is a single screening, and of course, the midnight movie now is Under the Skin. Okay, we've got 4 slots.
Yep.
A Woman Under the Influence and Under the Skin just went up.
Yes.
There is an ooze kind of theme, because even daisies, they're like covered in like ice cream. Like, what are they covered in?
Oh,
like,
they have a food fight.
Food fight,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
so it's
Totally.
There's
some like, some crap. Yeah.
there's some, you can't do that on television kind of thing
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, there you go. Another very formative.
What makes a great screening to you? What?
I mean, first off, focus, that nobody's like on their phones, just to say it.
Yes.
Yeah, that, but also just like a film that is like made for people to watch in a movie theater. I feel like there's like certain experiences that are like, you have to see it big, you have to see it with great sound. And I feel like that about most films. will not watch something on this.
Yeah.
Will not watch something on this. Like
Yeah.
it's just, it feels like such a disservice.
Yeah.
I've had experiences in movies where it feels like, there's like, you could hear a pin drop, like people are so in it. And also hearing different reactions, that people find different things funny, or the feeling when the credits come up and everybody has like wants to talk about it. I think that's really exciting. But like one of my favorite recent experiences, and I've had it now 4 times in theaters, is seeing RRR.
Yeah.
Which felt like, oh, right, I forgot about movies that do this.
Yeah.
Like this feeling, or like maybe I've never actually even felt that, which was like 3 hours with an intermission, and everyone is like so joyful, like dancing, like laughing, screaming, like cheering. Like there was such a visceral feeling watching that movie. It's truly addictive. Like I feel like I'm on a come down after I watch that film.
There's nothing that can match it.
No. I've seen it in New York. I've seen it in LA at Vidiot's too. And yeah, it's just the greatest.
Every scene that happens, you think, well, that must be the craziest scene in the movie.
Totally. Yeah.
It's not.
No. And what I love about it too is sharing it with people who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So like there'll be like a group of us at that movie where you're like, how many times have you seen it? Oh, 4. Oh, cool. Yeah, same. Or whatever. And you're like, competing with stats or whatever, but then bringing somebody new into it. I've never brought somebody into it who hasn't immediately wanted to go watch it again.
Yeah.
Like instantly we're like, that was the greatest thing I've ever experienced.
Action, it's hilarious. There's dancing. I think it sends people through a second puberty sometimes. They fall in love.
Totally. Oh, yeah. Yes, big time. These are very handsome people.
Yeah. And we did it for Beyond Fest and had SS Roger Mooley there.
Oh, my God.
And the stars came. There are trucks outside. They rent trucks with the stars' names on them, and they do chants outside.
Oh, my God.
They're so big that
it's the greatest.
It's indescribable, like beyond Tom Cruise in the world.
Well, because they do, like you were saying, like they can dance, they can do comedy, they can do like heavy drama, they can do action, and they're just like affable, like also just like so fun to watch performers.
Yeah. Did you get up and dance?
No, but I have listened to it a lot at home, and I definitely dance at home. Yeah.
Now, would you say that is the best audience you've been around?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
That's
definitely, yes.
Do you want to play Triple R
and
on the board?
There's only 3 letters there for you. Yeah.
Would you like to double feature that with E.T. and then we'll just...
Good.
All right, the audience award goes to Triple R. You started out, you did a lot of theater, right? And you still do theater.
Yeah.
Is it the marriage? Was that film feel like a marriage of like live theater and
yes,
theater?
100%. And it's like it knows it's a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like which theater knows it's a play. You know what I mean? We're aware of the audience in a different way when you're doing stage than you are when you're doing a film and you're shooting it here and you never have any of that visceral response.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the feeling with RRR is like, or do you call it Triple R?
You can call it both. It's what, revolt, whatever, and then some people call it that, some people call it Triple R, some people call it RRR.
Good to know. But yeah, it feels like it's aware of the audience in a way that it's like, we want you to be entertained.
Yeah.
We want you to follow this story. It's not like antagonistic in any way, which some movies can be.
Yeah.
Sort of like screw you for watching this. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it feels very loving of the audience and very aware of that interaction, which theater does and improv does and all of that.
And I do believe the Triple R was invented by the marketing team, really starting calling it that. So,
really?
So there's no really official way to call it that.
Yeah.
Are there any other screenings that you want to put on the board that you just instantly are remembering, like this has to go on the board right now?
I think... What does secret screening mean?
That is something that the audience has never seen before, and you're showing it to them.
Oh, cool.
Are there any other films that have made an impact that you just immediately want to play up on this board right now?
Yeah, I think I'm debating. I think the closing night might be A Night at the Opera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
But also I kind of am like dream screening because I sort of want to bring those guys back and have them introduce the movie. Bring the Marx Brothers back. That movie I think I saw it without knowing anything about it and was like, I need to see like this kind of movie because I wasn't really like an Abbott and Costello person or anything like that. And so I was like, oh, the Marx Brothers feel like I would like them. And I'm like curious to investigate that. And I saw that movie and I fell completely in love with them, with their just like, again, very similar to RRR. They can do everything. Incredible musicians, incredible comedians, incredible physical performers, and also perform in a style that even though it's like arch and sort of vaudeville, is like casually tossed off. Like there's a scene between Groucho and Chico where they're like going through a contract and ripping it apart, and it's like a classic bit. But the acting is so good. Like there's no like over the topness to it. Yeah, and you just also have like beautiful silent moments with Harpo. That
He's tragic in that one.
So tragic, and his beautiful like harp playing. Like it's just I love that movie.
We once showed it at the Arrow. What stuck out is I remember going out. I was talking to someone who was changing the marquee. You could hear a child laughing when Harpo went down the curtains. When he slides down the curtains, you could hear them laughing in the street.
Oh my God!
It's the best.
There's also a moment where he's playing piano. He sits down after Chico plays piano, and he starts messing around, and you can see the kids are all extras, and there's women in there too. There's like just extras, and they're all like genuinely laughing. Like they're just watching him and laughing, and he's this close to them. And the clown that he's doing is like so subtle and great that it can translate to like this big screen, but it can also translate this close. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow. So we can play that on the board.
Yeah.
You also mentioned it's a little bit like RRR.
Yeah.
Would that double feature with RRR? Do you want to do Closing Night?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We have Triple R or RRR and A Night at the Opera against the longest but fastest moving.
Also, all of my crushes are in these movies.
All right, who is this?
Chico.
Oh.
But also Harpo and Groucho.
Everyone has their favorite. I'm curious because Chico was a ladies' man.
Oops. I'm basic, I guess.
No, but I mean, like, what? When you think of Chico, you wouldn't. But what is it about?
His little hat. I don't know.
Is it the way
his face is great, and he's just cool and funny. Yeah.
Dangerous. He was a gambler. There's something about him.
This is very Raphael coded, I have to say. I have a type.
That's it.
And Rom, like, there's something about these guys that's kind of the anger.
So your dream cast is Rom, Raphael, and Chico?
And Chico, the classic trio.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you pick one from the group.
Yeah.
You got your favorite.
I got my favorite, yeah.
That's amazing. All right, so we still have a secret screening.
Yes.
Which is not secret of the Ooze, but it's a secret screening. Okay. We have Closing Night, and then we can get to a dream screening. Is there anything that you wish to play on the board immediately, or would you like to move on?
I think I would like to move on.
Yeah, right.
I need some prompting.
You went to the American Cinematheque before.
Yeah.
I understand you went to our Nitrate Film Festival?
Yes, a few times, yeah.
What have you seen at?
I saw Rope, which was incredible. And I read about Rope then a bunch after I saw that movie. Just how they did how much physical, technical stuff had to happen for those shots to.
Yeah.
And I think like cynically we can be like, oh yeah, they're panning into a wall. But you don't realize that like a bunch of grips were like moving that wall. Or like there's something with the clouds in the background, they actually change, like the skyline changes as the night falls and as it becomes sunset and it becomes night.
Because it's all one shot.
It's all one shot, yeah. And then the clouds change, and so there were all these like practical elements that were really, vital to it working. And it also is just like a fun movie to watch. Like it's like just a delight.
And that was a sold out crowd, I remember. And it played, because you hadn't seen it, this was your first time watching it, right? It played when they move the bodies in there, they go over to it. Like people are gasping and cheering, right?
Yeah. No, it's very like joyful to watch that movie because it does feel like a I think it's like Daisies in the sense that there's like these practical things that happened before there was ever technology to do them. And like, there's a sequence in Daisies where like where the girls are like cut up into pieces, like little, like something, they actually cut themselves up. And so there's these pieces of them like floating within the frame, and just that like inventiveness that feels revolutionary, similarly to Rope, where it's like it couldn't have happened without like that level of actor who is able to carry something like that through, and like all of the crew firing at all times, like everyone being present for every shot and like needing to be part of it. I feel that way with a lot of horror films, like of a certain era, where you can feel like the person squeezing like a bladder off camera to like make the stuff come out. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That similarly does like lacks the cynicism that I think we're leaning towards now as film viewers, which makes me so sad, because I feel like practical stuff, like even though it's fake, it's way more real. Do you know what I mean?
You can touch it. And,
and you can feel like the filmmaking. You can feel the like artistry on all levels.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Society, that movie.
Yeah.
And that to me was like, oh, wow, somebody built this. Somebody built this like amorphous blob of humans that are like eating each other and coming out of each other. More ooze? Uh-oh.
It's the secret. It's your secret. It's the ooze.
Secret's a good call, because that might be my secret screening.
Oh, wow.
Let's do Society as my secret screening, because that was also my gateway drug to horror movies.
Yeah. I don't know how you prompt. It's kind of like prompting something for Triple R.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like seeing Society for the first time? Like there are things in that you did not expect to see.
No. I like have been very resistant to horror for so long, because my imagination is too strong. Like I just remember like The Exorcist is like embedded in my head. I can't shake it when I, get up in the middle of the night. It's the first thing I think of. But with Society, there was like so much, like, again, it's like delight. Like it's like funny and it's gross and it's nuts, and you can see the inventiveness, and you're like, I can't believe somebody was like, I'm going to make somebody come out of their own butt. And I'm going to like work at building that piece.
Yeah.
And we're going to shoot that. And we're going to light that image. And we're going to put it on screen. Like, I just love that. I love that so much. It
was really there.
It was really there. That guy really came out of his own butt.
All right. The Secret Screening Society. All right. We've got 2 slots left.
Yes.
We haven't yet got to your dream screening. We got closing night. Before we get to closing night, we're looking at this board. Do you like the way the board is? Do you need to add anything? Are we going to move on to closing night, or do you want to add a feature anywhere?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
But I definitely, now this is where it gets really tough.
Yeah.
How do we do this?
So you mentioned Rope, Singing in Nitrate.
Yeah.
Is there any other classic films in your life of the movies?
Yes. Sunrise was a huge shock to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything about that film. Never heard of it. Hadn't seen anything of it, and went to a screening of it at the Secret Movie Club, I believe, here in LA. And they had a live pianist, obviously like accompanying it. And it was just like such a gorgeous film. And I want to see it again, but I only want to see it in those contexts where there's somebody who's accompanying it, because it feels very important. I remember seeing a bunch of Harold Lloyd stuff in New York too. That was like every weekend there was a Harold Lloyd picture.
Was it Film Forum, or where would
it was at Film Forum? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and they had an accompanist who like does that specifically. And my best friend Tess, who we saw Celine and Julie. She and I saw Sunrise here, and just were blown away. Couldn't stop talking about it.
Going to the movies in your life, has it often been a friend? Are you a solo person sometime, or are you a friend, a family? What is or is it a mix?
I love going to movies. I'll definitely go to movies by myself. There's sometimes like a documentary that I'm like, I don't know that I want to like take anybody else to this, because I sort of want to just enjoy it myself. But But I also really love sharing movies with people, especially after I've like fallen in love with them. I want them to experience it too.
Yeah.
And I swear I don't like just stare at them to be like, I like try to let them have their own experience, but I really
You put a meter in front of them to tell
yeah,
how
totally. Are you loving it? But yeah, no, I really love sharing movies with people, and I'll get quite obsessed with bringing people to a film.
So you're always programming your film festival to them, going, "Hey, come join me to see this."
For sure. And I get, like Bob and what is it called?
Bob and Carol,
Ted and Alice is a film that as soon as I saw it, I told like 5 of my best friends. I was like, you have to watch this movie. And that was like fairly recently for me. And again, couldn't believe that this movie existed. And I didn't know about, I knew Natalie Wood, obviously, but like had never seen her in that kind of role. And
Diane Cannon.
She's astonishing. Oh my God, that scene with her in the therapist's office, just unbelievable. Yeah, that was another surprise.
We did a screening once, and Robert Culp was supposed to come, and he couldn't, and then he called me, Grant, can't make it, like this thing, and I kept that. It was like my favorite voicemail.
Oh, right.
He didn't show up, and I was like, oh wow, it's Robert Culp, he can't make it.
Yeah, you have to keep that. That's awesome.
So that's one you went with a friend, you brought, or that was something you
My husband and I watched it, and we were just like, oh, this is great.
And it feels so new, you know?
Totally.
So we got Sunrise.
Yep.
Bob, Carol, Ted, and Alice.
Yep.
Rope. Anything else? We got to close.
I think we put Sunrise as closing night. Yeah, as a closing night screening.
Nice.
There was something else we were talking.
Homing. Way out. Sunrise.
After we've started out with this, that, we need to like ease the second.
Yeah.
The second portion has to be.
Yeah.
A little nicer. Yeah.
All right. Closing night. Sunrise. Live musical accompaniment.
Yes. You lead me.
All right. We've got the dream screening left, but now's the part where you can add or change anything else on the board.
Get ready.
You have A Woman Under the Influence, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Under the Skin, Society, Daisy, Celine, and Julie Go Boating, Triple R, A Night at the Opera, and Sunrise. Where are we at?
We are adding one more to the secret screening, which is a movie that I fell in love with. I saw it twice in theaters through Cinematheque. It's called We're All Going to the World's Fair.
Oh, wow.
And I loved that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. It was Jane Schoenbrunn directed it. And it was like I knew nothing about it and was completely blown away.
And we're going to put that in...
secret. Because I feel like not a lot of people have seen it.
Yeah, but when it came out, no one knew anything about who they were or what any of this was.
Yes, totally.
Wow.
I knew nothing about that film before I saw it and was totally blown away by it. Loved the performance of the lead, but also just like the style of filmmaking felt really new. And I feel like Jane's movies all have that to them.
Such a creepy villain, like all in one place by yourself.
Yeah.
It's really.
And just the simplicity of some of those visuals that just slightly turn and it becomes very horrifying.
Yeah.
It sort of feels like being on the internet, like when something can just suddenly be disturbing or uncanny or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
Someone's controlling you in some weird way you don't know.
And that like weird parasocial relationship with somebody that you've never met. Yeah.
I don't even know what the title means, but I love it.
Right. No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever asked them?
I don't know.
Curious. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're going to add that to Society and that. Oh,
Yes.
boy, that's going to be some secret. All right. We have almost all of the Tatiana Maslany Film Festival programmed, but one slot, the Dream Screening, and that's where you can, like Bill and Ted, travel through time and space, break the laws of physics, do anything you want in dream logic.
I just realized what I want to do.
All right.
And we've already got the letters on the board.
Oh, wow.
We're just going to move them.
Okay.
We are moving this to there because I never met Jenna Rollins. I never got to be in a space with her. And she was my everything in terms of acting, So I would love to move that there. And she comes back.
She comes back.
And she does.
Now, is this now? Are you going back then? With the cast and crew, you can do anything you want, bring it anywhere.
I would go back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, to know what the heck.
Now, which screening would it want to be an opening night? Jenna's going to be there.
Oh, I would love to see it in one of the things, because I feel like Cassavetes had to like rent out or like buy slots at theaters. Like, I don't think that they had any like distribution for the film. So I'd love to go to like one of those screenings somewhere in LA or whatever, where, near where they shot it, and be at like an early screening before anybody knew anything.
And who's there in the audience?
I mean, we got the cast.
Yeah.
We got the cast, including Lady Rollins and Cassavetes' mom, and and all those guys at the table eating pasta.
Peter
It's
Falk?
the cast. Yeah, it's the cast and crew screening.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm going to.
All right, we're moving from opening night. We're traveling through time and space. A Woman Under the Influence is the dream screening.
Yes.
All right, we made a slight change. Opening night is out. So we're still at one slot left. And now that slot is the opening of the Tatiana Maslany Film Festival. What would start your film festival?
There's a few dingling around in my head. And
you can say them both, and you can judge them.
I'm thinking, no. You know what? I know what it is. It's Shaun of the Dead. Let's just do Shaun of the Dead. It's Shaun of the Dead. Like you said, let's start it off fun.
Some fun.
Let's have a blast.
Edgar Wright, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, and then we'll drag you to hell.
And what's the part that makes that? I mean, it's horror, it's comedy.
Yes. I mean, I saw it so many times. I remember seeing that movie the first time and just being like, oh my God, this movie to me is like style, great performance, like genre, like reverence, like real like love for the genre that it's having fun with. It's actually scary, and the stakes are real, and it's like about something. And I just thought, I just feel like it hits everything for me.
All right, we're gonna go with Shaun of the Dead, and you were in Die of the Dead, with the guy George Romero himself.
With the guy.
There
That's
we
right.
go.
That's right.
Shaun of the Dead opening night.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're fully programmed.
Yeah.
Would you like to read your film festival?
I would like to read my film festival. Opening night, we've got Shaun of the Dead. Family Matinee, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. That's how you pronounce it. The midnight movie is Under the Skin, secret screening, double feature of Society and We're All Going to the World's Fair. Get ready, buckle up. Double feature, just standard, Daisies and Celine and Julie Go Boating. Only for best friends. Got to bring your best friend to that. Audience Award, RRR, and A Night at the Opera. Dream screening, A Woman Under the Influence. It's the cast and crew screening with all of the cast and crew there back in the 70s when it came out. And closing night is Sunrise with piano accompaniment.
Amazing. So next time we'll be able to see you on the big screen, Noah Segan film?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know when it's coming out, but the only living pickpocket in New York is John Turturro led. I mean, he's incredible in it. And
another crime thriller.
Yes. And like a really beautiful character piece.
Excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for people to see it.
And then your latest show?
My latest show called Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, coming on Apple streaming.
So if you love the Tatiana Maslany Film Festival, go seek these out. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I love the Cinematheque. Big fan. And a member. Get your membership. Support movies and go see them in theaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
The box office is closed. The American Cinematheque podcast is produced and edited by Victoria Alejandro. Mike Cuenca edits and produces our video. Stephanie Cervantes is our marketing manager. Our theme music is by Gelberg. And I'm your host, Grant Moniger. Thanks to everyone who makes this show possible. The American Cinematheque operates the Aero, Egyptian, and Los Feliz 3 theaters in Los Angeles with programming nationwide. The American Cinematheque is a 501c3 nonprofit. If you'd like to hear more, donate, become a member, or program your own AC Podcast Film Festival, head over to AmericanCinematheque.com.